Hi everybody, it's Dandruff with your news cartridge for Wednesday, May 18th, 2016. A little addition to yesterday's show, Dragon Ball Xenoverse 2 is only going to be available for PS4 in Japan. Moving on to Forza 6, the NASCAR expansion DLC is now out for Xbox One. Pick it up for $20 or your regional equivalent. Blizzard has stopped selling World of Warcraft Warlords of Draenor because it is now included in the base game. Rich Hillman has left EA after being with the company for more than 30 years. The game everyone calls 2D Dark Souls, known as Salt and Sanctuary, is now on Steam, currently with a 10% off discount. WB has confirmed the date for Batman Return to Arkham, a collection of the 4 Arkham games releasing for PS4 and Xbox One on July 29th. Assassin's Creed Identity, which looks like it's from the PS2 era, looks great in my opinion, has come to Android phones. Razer has teamed up with Blizzard to create some very bold-looking, officially licensed, Overwatch keyboard, headphones, and mice. Be prepared to pay a pretty penny. An open beta for Paragon has been announced from May 26th through the 30th. Sign up before May 25th if you want to get in, and find a link to sign up down below, as well as links for sources for all of today's stories. Plants vs. Zombies Garden Warfare 2 has gotten a huge update and is currently on sale for 50% off on Xbox One. Finally, for teasers, someone got Windows 95 running on an Xbox One. Now, if only it were powerful enough to play Minesweeper. Heyo! I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. Really, I'm sure it plays Minesweeper just fine. At 792p. Twitch TV says they're going to do something about the horrible problem with racism they faced during a Hearthstone stream. Find out how on today's news cartridge. Up on top today, more information has surfaced regarding Star Wars Battlefront's campaign, or rather, lack thereof. EA says they're proud of their game, but they're not happy with the score of 75 out of 100 on Metacritic. They're very aware that this score is mostly due to a lack of single-player campaign, but in order for the game to release at the time it did, just before Episode 7 released, the choice was made to not include single-player. The reason to put it out at that time was to sell as many as possible, and ultimately, it worked. They've sold 14 million copies of a mediocre game simply because it had the Star Wars name on it and everyone was hungry for the new movie. I just hope that EA won't rush out the next one and make another mediocre game just because another movie is coming out late next year. I have been a streamer for just over a year, and it is without a single doubt that in that time, anyone who is a streamer would face horrible things like sexism, racism, and harassment. During a Hearthstone stream at DreamHack, a streamer by the name of Terrence M was subjected to a plethora of racist comments and remarks in the form of Twitch chat. 10 moderators were doing their best to try to maintain order, but due to the sheer volume of people watching, they were not able to keep up. In response to this, Blizzard and Twitch are looking into what they can do to simplify the moderation process, as well as look into solutions for ban evasion. I am glad to see that they have finally noticed this problem, but it's just sad that it had to go this far before something was finally done. Quickly today, one of the biggest problems I've found with survival games, unless your game is procedurally generated, like Don't Starve, which many of them are not, the world is going to be static, and eventually becomes the reason you stop playing. There's no more exploring, and no more discovering. The makers of Ark Survival Evolved released yesterday a new map for the game, absolutely free, called The Center. I'll be checking this map out in the next week or so, and you should too. Let me know what you think of it in the comment section down below. Finally today, one more story about EA and Battlefield 1. Despite the Xbox logo being the first and last things we see in the Battlefield 1 trailer, and the fine print saying it represents the Frostbite engine and Xbox One, not actual gameplay, EA says that PS4 gamers are not put off by all the Xbox branding a single bit. And I don't have to tell you that I'm neither a PS4 or Xbox One gamer, and I barely noticed all the branding, even though it's probably my job to do so. What is a little bit annoying to me is that if you try to pre-order Battlefield 1, which you shouldn't do in the first place, it defaults to the Xbox One version. It's small and petty, but hey, that's marketing for you. In this day and age, there are going to be differences in content among different platforms of games. Even I have accepted that I won't have access to all of the cars in Rocket League, and unless I want to spend countless hundreds of dollars just to have skins, I think most gamers aren't worried about exclusive content anymore and are worried more about whether or not the game itself is any good. Let's hope it just keeps going that way. Let's do tomorrow's game releases for PC: Sengoku Jidai, Shadow of the Shogun, City Play, Retool, Last Fight, Ark Shot, A Little Lily Princess, The Dweller, Just a Cleric, The Way, Link Realms, The Abbey of Crime Extensum, Iwo, Bloodbath in the Bonins, Not COD, Kohime Enbu, and Paradox Paradigm. For Nintendo Wii U, Sweetest Thing, and for Nintendo 3DS, Digger Dan DX. Thank you very much, everybody. This has been News Cartridge. I am Dandruff. I'll see you tomorrow. And if you ever see me kicking a computer, it's because I'm trying to boot it up.